Hello once again, everybody. Don Stevens, Horseman Don with you here, coming to you from Delta Downs in Vinton, Louisiana, right from the announcer's booth. Well, this is another edition of Sound Bites on the Horseman Don Show, where we get sound bites from the horsemen taking part in the 2017 quarter horse season, which started a couple of weeks ago. Every Tuesday morning, I come out and visit with the jockeys and trainers and some other folks here at Delta Downs to get the inside information on how the racing went last week and what's coming up in this season. Well, let's get to sound bites and listen what they had to say.
All
right, Michael, we had the trials last week. You got one in for the Lassie, one in for the Laddie. Tell me your impression of those races.
Well, the races went pretty good. I think overall I was very pleased with our young horses. We're about a tick away from being where we wanted to be. There were several horses. Of course, we had, I think, the 12th, the 13th, the 15th fastest too. So those horses, you know, one step here or there, they could have made the finals also. So overall I was pleased. We still got some things to change. With, you know, you're always progressing. You're always trying to be proactive. And in this case with the young horses, 2-year-olds, you got to be extra proactive. So we've talked to various people, from the jockeys to the headers to everybody. We're just trying to do the best we possibly can. And these horses learned a lot. They gained a lot of experience. They'll come back and they'll be pretty salty.
What about I and Louisiana Game? Let's talk about the two that did make the finals. What did you make out of her trip and her experience?
I and Louisiana Game, she gained a lot from that experience. She really gained a lot. She probably could have been pushed and won the race. At the same time, you know, the experience is what we were looking for. We wanted to make the finals, and she made the finals. We'll see how she comes back. We vetted her yesterday, looked her over pretty good. She's a little sore, she's body sore, and we'll just have to check her out and see where she goes from here.
How about Amagon Reba?
Amagon Reba came back good. Vetted him yesterday. He came back really good. He's kind of bouncing off the walls this morning. I think the horse, just my opinion, you know, as an old trainer, I think he's got tremendous talent, and I look for him to run big.
How much upside do you think both have in the finals?
I think Amagon Reba has tremendous upside, and I think Louisiana Game can gain a step or two also.
Yeah. So what do they do for the next 3 weeks? Just kind of take it easy, let them grow into them a little bit, because they're still maturing, right?
Well, the first thing, of course, is, you know, we have Dr. Brandon come over, and he goes over each and every horse, and we do everything from scoping to, you know, X-rays, whatever we need to do. Every horse is an individual, and they have to be on an individual program. So those horses, they'll rest, but they'll come back, they'll stand before the finals, and you know, they'll gallop maybe once or twice, but basically, you know, they're ready to go.
Well, good. Well, congratulations on getting in, and good luck in the finals.
Appreciate it, Don. Thank you so much.
Okay, Trey, we had a big week of trials last week. What were your impressions? You got really close with a few.
Yeah, I mean, we come close in the Lassie. We had a few run real good, which we expected that. We had a lot of bad luck getting away from the gates. You know, if it wasn't for that, you know, I think we would have qualified at least 2.
Yeah, and you had one taken down. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, normally in trials, I mean, I understand, you know, they cut, you know, drifted down the track some, interfered a little bit, but, you know, I think with trials, you know, normally when they're in front, they don't mess with the horses like that, but hey, it happens. It's part of it. We'll move on and go to the next one.
Part of the game, huh?
Yeah, it's part of it.
We mentioned things slowed down a little bit this week because everybody's getting ready for trials last week. So how's the rest of the season look?
Well, I mean, it looks good. I mean, we're locked and loaded with a lot of, you know, good horses. I'm glad to get them trials, you know, out of the way. Now we can start running horses, you know, 2-year-olds back in maiden races and drop a few down and get where we can win some races with those. Yeah.
Now you got some more trials later in the season. How you geared up for open trials like the Firecracker, and of course the big gem, of course, is the Lee Berwick?
Yeah, I mean, we'll have both the Laddie and Lassie horses in the Lee Berwick, so we'll really be busy that night with a lot of those. You know, we got 1 or 2 in the Firecracker. We got some high hopes for, so you know, just this horse racing needs some luck.
What about this week here? What can we look for?
Well, I mean, this week we got a few in every night. We got a nice horse in the Louisiana Purchase on Saturday, Little Bro Big Streak. He was a good 2-year-old for us last year, so you know we look forward to him on Saturday.
He's coming into the race in good shape?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, good luck with that.
All right, I appreciate it.
Thank you. Okay, Kenny, had another tremendous week last week. 6 wins in the first 6 days of racing. Could you be any more satisfied?
No, sir, I'm tickled to death. Just happy to be here.
Yep. Your horses are running well. What'd you think of the trials last week? You didn't get any in, but you had some success.
Yes, sir, we won a couple trial heats. I was real pleased. You know, it's tough here, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just happy to win a race.
Competition's pretty good here, isn't it?
Very, very competitive. There's a bunch of good horses here, a bunch of good riders, and a bunch of good trainers.
Well, that's good. Well, coming up this week, we got another full week of action. No extended cards like last week, but what do you have that we can keep our eyes on this week?
I think I have a couple live horses every day, you know. I mean, we got to have some luck. That's what it's all about, some racing luck.
Yeah.
So.
Now, you found another rider that suits well with you this year, seems like Santiago Mendez. Tell me about him. He looks talented.
He's a very talented guy. You know, he kind of keeps to himself or whatever, and he come from California. He's no rookie to the sport, but he's all business. So, and like I say, he's one of many good riders here at the track. There's plenty of good riders here, so we just keep working hard and keep hoping for some success.
Well, if this meet keeps going like it is, you're going to have a meet to remember, huh?
I hope so.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
Good luck this week and the rest of the way.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, Noe, you qualified Bureaucracy B for the Lassie last week. How did that trip go?
You know, they kind of bumped us coming out of the gates, but I went to reach her with my left-handed and she went right to the lead.
So what do you think? She's set up for the final pretty well?
You know, I think she has a lot of talent. She's real easy to work with and stuff. All I wanted for the finals was a clean trip.
Yeah. How'd you think last week went overall?
It was pretty good, you know. We qualified, I mean, I win 2 trials for the fillies, but I only qualified 1.
Yeah.
And then I had no luck for the colts, but it was still a pretty good week.
Yeah. You're pretty busy this week. You were doing well with Kenny Roberts' barn, huh?
Yeah, we're doing pretty good, you know. Thank God.
Yeah, things are going well. You got any rides in the, or any mount in the big race this week, Louisiana Purchase, or no?
No. I don't have no big races this upcoming week.
So look forward to more trials coming up later. Firecracker, Lee Berwick, those races, huh?
Yeah, we got big hopes for those races, you know.
Yeah. See, you're pretty busy in the morning here, huh?
Oh yeah, that was keep me busy here. Yeah.
Well, good. Well, good luck all week.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right. All right, Chip Goutierrez, Miss T. La Jolla, co-fastest qualifier for the Lassie. You had to be happy about that.
Yeah, we was. She run a good race. She got away from there real good. It got kind of green at the end. Hopefully it's better for the finals and she don't get green.
Yeah, said she's a little green, so she matures. She could run bigger, huh?
Yeah, she should.
Yep. How'd she come out of the race?
Come out good, so far good, knock on wood. Just need a little luck in the finals.
Yep. What'll she be doing for the next 3 weeks? Just kind of maintain with her? Or?
Maintain what we're doing and bring her back here. Probably about another week she'll come back over here and gallop and then we'll go to the finals.
Do any more gate training? What kind of gate horse is she?
We was standing her before the trials, and then after the trials, David said she stood good enough. We don't have to bring her back and stand her, so we're gonna just bring her here and gallop and go like that for the finals.
Now you gotta like having David Alvarez, really good rider.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
One of the hottest jockeys on the track.
Yeah. Now you work with your brother, who's the official trainer, right? Ned Goutierrez III?
Correct.
And your dad, Ned, who recently passed away, he trained here for Delta Downs a lot of years, didn't he?
Very long time.
So you guys been in the business quite a while.
Yes, sir. Grew up around it.
Now where are you guys from?
Erath.
Erath, south of Lafayette?
South of Lafayette.
All right. Well, I can tell you got the accent. Well, good luck in the finals.
Thank you.
All right, Jerry, you have to be happy with this horse, Miss T. La Jolla. Big effort in the trials.
Yes, sir. Couldn't be any happier. We took a shot at a horse, you know, a cheap horse in the sale. We liked the way she looked at the sale, and so far so good. She come back good. The guys at the barn, Ned and them's doing a great job with her. Each time we've worked her, it's just been a little bit better. You know, just falling into place so far. She's come back good. We just couldn't be any more happy with the horse right now. We just need a little luck at the gate for the finals, and we think we got as good a shot as any in it.
Now, she was a bargain basement price, right? $4,200.
$4,200. You know, Ned and them come to the sale. They go a couple days early, and we walk the book just like all the other trainers and stuff and pick horses. And he liked her. He didn't recommend me buying her. He wasn't so high on her. We had 2 horses that we had picked to buy that day. We had a budget, and we bought them 2 and still had a little money left. And she come through there, and I liked her, so we bought her. And give her a whirl. And the T-Cost babies, you know, there were so few of them last year, but the ones that was out there looked nice. And I said, shoot, we're gonna try a T-Cost, and we bought 2 of them, and so far both of them got a little run in them, so we happy.
Right now you couldn't have a better sire than that, huh?
No, I mean, it looks like he put 2 in there, you know, for the girls, for this Lassie, and I mean, they're all making money, so I mean, looks like he's gonna be a sire that climbs the ranks pretty fast, you know.
Now, what would it be like to win a record $322,000 purse in the Lassie? That would be just incredible, wouldn't it?
It'd be a fun day. I mean, we've had fun up to this point. That's what it's about. You know, my whole family's done this all my life, and my dad skipped, but all the generations before him, uncles and great uncles and stuff, did it. So, you know, it's been in my blood since I was little, and I couldn't be more elated if we could win it. But as long as she gives us a good race and gives us 100%, that's what it's about, you know.
Well, what an effort in the trial, and good luck in the final in 3 weeks.
Thank you.
All right, Saul, how you doing today, man?
Pretty good, sir.
Yeah, how's the training business going?
Good. They got me galloping horses.
Yeah, you still on top of them in the morning, huh?
Yes, sir.
Hey, you look good up there. Maybe go back to riding again.
You never know. I might have to come back.
Yeah, well, have a good season this season.
Thank you, sir.
You're doing well. Talk to you later.
Thank you, sir.
All right, John, big effort the other night by the Cazador. You rode him in a schooling race. Tell me about that first, and we'll talk about the trial.
Well, in the schooling race, you know, he won it, and it was impressive, and the time was the fastest of the night, but I was a little suspect of it because he had never really performed like that before. So, you know, I just kind of took that with a grain of salt, hoping that it was right, and just put everything together that night.
Yep. Then he comes back in the final and he repeats that, and he looks like he's the real thing, huh?
Yes, he does. You know, it's rare that you have one that's better than everybody else.
Yeah.
And you know, and maybe that's, you know, boasting a little bit, but he seems so much better than anything else that I get on for sure. And you know, he can improve off that race.
Yeah.
He really put it together though. He wants to win. He knows how to win for sure.
Now, a lot of that has to do with how mature a young horse is, right? He must be good mentally.
You know, he's so passive in the morning time. You know, you don't even know he's there in the stall. He don't make a mess in his stall. He eats and lays down and gets up and does what you ask him to do. Then he goes back and lays back down. You never hear anything. He's a colt as well, so that's kind of rare.
Now, with the fastest trial time, people wonder, does he have room to improve in the final?
He does. You know, it was the fastest time, and you know, the conditions, the track conditions and the wind conditions may have made some impact on that, but he didn't lead like he can. You know, he still hasn't put that together yet, which is probably good because it's easier on a horse, a young horse especially, but I think he can do better.
Wow, if he can break fast, imagine what he could really do down the road, huh?
Yeah, you know what, the biggest thing with this horse is he wants to be in front of other horses in the race, and even in the schooling races, I had him slow down and the other horse come to me, and he took off again, and he wouldn't pull up until that other horse got out of sight. So I rode a half brother to him, and he qualified for the Lee Berwick. You know, he didn't really do any good after that, but he was a better looking horse than this, but I don't know if he's faster than that. So the breeding's there for sure.
Yeah, you can't train a big heart, can you?
No, you really can't. That's a good point.
Well, good luck in the final.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, got him.
All right, Donald, you come out of the trials in good shape. You get Jess Political in the Lassie, and you got 2 in the Laddie. How did that go?
That went real well. You know, I had a good night. I mean, I had some luck. My horses got away real good, and they did what they were supposed to do.
And one of them, you got really lucky because you won a shake, Mr. Coco Palata, huh?
Oh yeah, he did. He won the shake, and we was pleased with that because the little horse been doing real good. You know, he missed the Mardi Gras finals, and he come back and qualify for this, so that's a big plus for him. That's showing that he's coming up.
Tell me about the other horse you qualified. Now, who was that?
That's Palado Shiner.
Yeah.
And
that's for,
that's a horse of Kenny Roberts trained.
Oh, Kenny, okay.
Yeah, he's a real nice horse, and he got away sharp, and he kind of went right to him. You know what? Right when he cleared the gap, he just went on.
Yeah. So it might be a tough decision to ride in the final.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be, but I mean,
Nice problem to have, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, well, and then you had Jess Political on Friday night. How did she do?
She did real good. I mean, she was in the last heat, and when they opened the gates, she was gone. And I mean, she just went on by her business.
Yeah, now, are you ever a little nervous about a first-timer at the rail? She broke from the inside.
Yeah, no, not really. I'd just be worried about that gap, you know, because I had a horse to go in there with me one time, a baby. In the it wasn't a good thing it wasn't in trials, but it was in a pretty good allowance race, and he ducked in there and got away from me. And, I mean, and he should have just galloped to them horses, you know.
Well, you're having a good meet so far, and good luck in the final. You got a couple of big chances.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Jimmy, you qualified. She's dead serious. Tell us about the trip.
Well, the filly left there good. She left in front and just ran a big race.
They said she ran a schooling race too. How did you feel after that going into last weekend's trial?
Well, we felt pretty good. We thought that if she got away the way she did in the training races, she'd be tough and would get in. With that many trial heats, it's certainly hard though, you know.
Now, what trial were you in again? I forgot.
We ran the 6.
So you're right in the middle.
Yeah. So it was a long waiting game.
You kind of had to wait it all out, didn't you?
We did. But the filly ran a big race, and she ran a little green too, so she got some room for some improvement.
Yeah. How was she in the gate? What kind of gate horse is she?
She was excellent. Just stood like a champ and just bird dogging, you know, just ready to leave. And when they said go, she tried to beat the doors open.
Yeah. Well, good luck with her in the final. You're having a great season. I understand you have classified Super Bowl in the Louisiana Purchase. Tell them about how he's coming into the race.
Actually, that's Running Game Patriot.
Running Game Patriot.
Yes,
okay.
Yes, and you know, he ran third to Open Me a Corona last year in the championships over at New Orleans. He's a nice horse, and I expect him to really run a big race.
That's great. All right. Well, good luck. It looks like she's spry and ready to go. She's looking right over your shoulder there.
Yeah, she is.
She's dead serious. She looks really good.
We're excited. Thank you, Don.
Okay, JR, you had a good week last week. You qualified 2 for the Lassie. Tell me how that went.
Pretty good, Don. I qualified with the 8th and the 10th fastest. The one in the 10th fastest she shook in. She was tied with another one, I guess. Yeah. She shook in for the 10th fastest.
So a little suspense there.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I mean, we were close as the night went on. You know, they were pushing us out little by little, and at the end, when we were done at the end of the day, you know, me and the other rider that we were tied with, we were both like, let's see who shakes in, you know, and he thought he was gonna get it, you know, and I ended up with it.
Now, I talked to Lanny Keith about T Magica. She's a small little horse, but she really has a big heart, doesn't she?
Very small. She's a very petite little filly, but you know, she's been. Ever since we've Shreveport, you know, we worked her a couple of times. The last time she worked at Shreveport is when she opened her eyes a little bit. She worked did things real fast and real good, you know. So we knew we had something right there. We knew she had a shot to do things right.
Well, he said she had a little trouble coming out of the gate, but he thinks she can improve in the final. You think so?
Yes, sir. Because she had been off like for her last workout, I think, was like a month and a half before the race. So we kind of knew she needed the race. You know, she was gonna need some improvement. You know, and we were just hoping she'd do things right the way she did that night, and she came through.
Well, tell me, as a jockey, how do you determine who to ride in the final? Because you got some decisions to make.
It's always harder when you qualify a couple.
Yeah.
You know, because you know you don't obviously you don't want to get beat. You know, especially by your other horse, but. You know, in this kind of situation, you know, I just have to stick with my main barn, which is Lanny Keith. You know, I can't make another decision, you know, but that other one, I think she's got a pretty good shot too. She was a first time starter this race too, and she impressed the owners and the trainer too.
Yeah,
you know,
she showed a lot.
Yeah, they already knew she was kind of she was
pretty good.
Yeah, she was a pretty nice filly, but you know, first time starter is always it's like a coin toss. You know, it's always up in the air. You know how they're gonna run the first time.
Well, it's just nice to be in a final of a $322,000 race, isn't it?
Yes, sir. It always is, and you always hope to qualify for the Lassie and the Laddie. You know,
Yeah.
this time I got 2 in the Lassie and none in the Laddie, but well, we're just gonna have to suck it up this time. You know?
Well, good luck in the final.
Thank you very much, Don.
All right. Okay, John, 3rd week of racing. Things are going good, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good. Got a closing this week?
Yeah, we've got the Vinton. It's for Louisiana bred 3-year-olds going 400,
Okay.
and it's 50,000 guaranteed.
Okay, if they want to get in, they can come to the office, or how do they contact you?
They can call the office. They can come to the office and get a hold of Ali, and he will take care of the nomination form.
All right, great. Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, that's episode 2 of Soundbites here on the HorseManDon channel on YouTube. We hope you liked it. If you do, make sure and hit the like button. Leave a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. And be sure to subscribe to this channel, as we'd like to have you along for the ride throughout the end of the season. Got a great meet coming up here at Delta Downs that we've just started a few weeks ago. We race every Wednesday through Saturday night. Post times each evening are at 6:15 p.m. Come out for one of the greatest quarter horse meets anywhere in the country each and every year. Well, until next time, I'm Horseman Don. We'll see you back here on the YouTube channel, Horseman Don, and we'll see you out here at the races.